With an update on a major star following an injury and more, this is Pro Wrestling Central. My name is John, and you're watching the Wrestling Report. A user on X talking about Saraya traveling to Evolution said this: "I know Saraya is on the plane as we speak. That girl is way too quiet. It was that plane to Hawaii, huh?" At Saraya. Saraya replied, "I'm sorry, although seeing all the love made me very emotional." Taking to X, NXT star Ariya Bennett revealed she underwent surgery to deal with an injury, writing, "Life threw a curveball a few weeks ago. I tore my ACL, and yes, it was torn in that dancing video. My surgery was scheduled for a later date. Funny thing is, I didn't even feel pain when it happened. I kept practicing like nothing was wrong. Found out later it was a full tear. To protect my mental, I wanted to wait until after surgery to update my followers. At first, it was a lot to process, until I started praying and realized God is always working even when I can't see it. Keeping things fun and lighthearted has helped me get through the hard times. Laughter really is medicine. This is just one chapter in the story. Right now, it's about healing, trusting the process, and coming back stronger, mind, body, and spirit. Thank you for all the love, support, and prayers. I'll keep y'all posted on the comeback." Mentioning why she had to pull out of her appearance from Evolution 2, LILIAN GARCIA said this in a video on Instagram: "As you guys know, I was planning to announce Evolution tonight, but I have some breaking news that I won't be able to announce. So what happened in some weeks ago, I had a respiratory infection and I thought I was completely healed. But when I announced Saturday night's main event last night, it flared up my vocal cords, my respiratory whatever it is in there. And so now I'm a little bit hoarse and I can't push it. I can't announce tonight or a lot of damage could be done. So big shout out to Alicia who's coming in. I'm really grateful to her. She's a rock star. I'm just so happy." Explaining why R-Truth vs. Aleister Black was such a short match on SmackDown, Ringside News wrote that WWE cut significant time from R-Truth and Aleister Black's match on the July 11th edition of WWE SmackDown, and now the reason behind WWE's decision has been revealed. Ringside News has learned that the match between Truth and Aleister Black lasted only about 90 seconds because the earlier segment with Jelly Roll and Logan Paul ran much longer than expected. Since they had to make up time during the show, Truth vs. Black ended up losing most of their time in the ring. One WWE source called it a necessary evil and said the short match shouldn't be seen as a negative for either Truth or Black. If the match had gone as originally planned, there would have been much more back and forth instead of the quick one-sided finish with Truth getting the win. The short length surprised a lot of people backstage, especially given how strongly Truth has been pushed since his return, and now WWE plans to build up Black on SmackDown. However, sources made it clear this doesn't mean those plans are being dropped. While it's a shame R-Truth and Aleister Black's match had to be cut short, it's clear their feud is far from over, and so it remains to be seen how WWE will continue to book them in the coming weeks. Addressing Jelly Roll's upcoming match for SummerSlam, where he will team up with Randy Orton to face Logan Paul and Drew McIntyre, Triple H noted during the Evolution post-show, Jelly has been a fan his whole life. He actually went to school for a brief period of time to try and become a wrestler before he became one of the biggest performing acts in the world. His dedication to this, he's one of those guys who is living in the Performance Center and doing this every day. My hat's off to him. Probably from the first time I met Jelly, he has been saying, I need to wrestle. I really want to do this. I'm telling you, I'll be more dedicated than anybody else. He always says it. A lot of people say that, and sometimes you end up where they think they want to do it, and they think they're going to be dedicated to it, and they're not. Other times you end up with Bad Bunny or Jelly or somebody that is super dedicated and wants to go all in. He's been saying it. He told me a couple years ago, dude, I'm going to lose all this weight. I'm going to stay on you and I want to do something big with you guys. We've stayed in touch. He did exactly what he said. It might have been WrestleMania week that while we were out there, he went to one of our rings while we were in Vegas, and we had him do some stuff. Everybody who was there was like, wow, he gets it. He proceeded to lose even more weight, and the timing was right. He's at a place where he's in his weight loss journey looking to get to the next level and increase that loss. He asked if he could come to the Performance Center and train with our trainers and get in the ring cardio-wise and get with our trainers, nutritionists, and our people, and base in between his tours out of the Performance Center and document all that. Part of that was he wanted us to see what he can do. He's been in that ring every single day just going at it. He's dedicated to it. I haven't heard him complain once about being sore. He's all in. He's like a giddy kid. I'm excited for him. It's a funny thing how people look at it. Randy Orton is so excited to be doing this for him. Drew McIntyre is excited. Logan Paul is excited. As soon as we mentioned any of this, those guys were like, oh my god, yeah, let's go. It's fun and exciting for them and is an opportunity to do something different in a business where this is very serious a lot of the time. If you think about it as an actor doing the roles that you do, to have one that is different every now and then is incredible. They are super into it. His excitement for it is infectious. I get videos of him training every day where I'm like, wow, he's busting his ass. It's going to be incredible. Talking about her future in WWE following her loss to Tiffany Stratton at Evolution, Trish Stratus said this at the post-show scrum. I have that thought like, is this the last time? It could be. The WWE universe has been so wonderful to me and so supportive. I just feel so blessed to dip my toes into the current landscape. It's been 20 years. Is it 2005? Like, what the heck? It's never lost on me how lucky I am to know we built, me, Ivory, Jackie, the girls you saw in the audience, Lita, of course, Mickey. We built the foundation that they built a skyscraper on. Now that I get to come back and dip into that skyscraper, I feel blessed. I always have the worry. I have to make sure I can hang with these girls. I watch the girls and I'm like stammering. I want to knock down the preconceived notions about maybe there is no expiration date until you say it is. It's not over until you say it's over. It's my 25th year. Let's make it a good one. Given Seth Rollins' injury at Saturday night's main event, many have been wondering if he was going to cash in his Money in the Bank contract at the show, as Ringside News said. After Seth Rollins appeared to be injured, people believed Rollins was going to cash in at the end of Saturday night's main event, but that wasn't actually the case at all. Ringside News has learned that there were no plans at Saturday night's main event for Seth Rollins to cash in his Money in the Bank briefcase on Gunther or Goldberg. The only change to the original booking was LA Knight's victory. This comes after we previously reported that Seth Rollins suffered a legitimate injury during his match against LA Knight at Saturday night's main event, leading to WWE calling an audible and having Knight beat Rollins. Injuries are always part of the risk in pro wrestling, but WWE made sure not to disrupt their main storylines, especially when it comes to the Money in the Bank briefcase. WWE clearly had no intention of having Rollins cash in at the event, despite many fans thinking otherwise. Staying on the topic of Seth Rollins, this was said regarding his status for Raw. Seth Rollins was legitimately injured at Saturday night's main event, making fans wonder if he'll even be there for Raw this week. As speculation continues, Rollins' status for this week's Raw has been revealed. Ringside News has learned that Seth Rollins will be in attendance for this week's episode of Monday Night Raw, which will be held at the Legacy Arena in Birmingham, Alabama. It was previously reported that Seth Rollins suffered a real injury during his match with with LA Knight at Saturday night's main event. Because of this, WWE had to quickly adjust their plans and ended up having Knight pick up the win over Rollins. We have also reported that WWE never planned for Rollins to cash in his Money in the Bank contract during Saturday night's main event. Therefore, fans hoping for a surprise cash-in on that night were always going to be left waiting. While the nature and severity of Rollins' injury have yet to be fully detailed, his attending Raw is a good sign. It's expected he will get a medical evaluation at Birmingham this week, so we'll have to wait and see just how severe his injury will turn out to be. Also, this was noted in regards to Seth Rollins taking part in SummerSlam, with it said that Ringside News has learned that Gunther's direction heading into the SummerSlam Premium Live event is expected to kick off soon. However, the current plan does not include Seth Rollins at all. We have previously reported that Seth Rollins got legitimately injured during his match with LA Knight at Saturday night's main event. Because of this, WWE had to change plans on the fly and decided to have Knight defeat Rollins. Seth Rollins had a huge confrontation with Gunther last week on Monday Night Raw, and this led many to believe Rollins would eventually get into a feud with the Ring General. However, we have also reported that WWE never planned for Rollins to cash in his Money in the Bank contract during Saturday night's main event. While it's unfortunate that Seth Rollins won't be feuding with Gunther at SummerSlam, fans are more concerned about his well-being. Therefore, we'll have to see when Rollins will get cleared for an in-ring return, as it could be a while. And this was your pro wrestling news update. I hope you're all having a great day. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see y'all later.